Welcome into the Michigan Football Report. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the name, you know the face, James Yoder, the king of Michigan football media. We've got our Michigan football bye-weekend rumors roundup. A lot of negativity out there around the Michigan football program. Guys like Joel Klatt calling Michigan absolutely awful, absolutely terrible. And I think I'm ready for this Wisconsin game. So if you're ready for the Wisconsin game, a week from now, September 21st in Madison, give me a go blue if you're still behind this team in the comments. Let's say people are behind the team, ready for this thing to turn around with a big win, a top 15 win on the road in Wisconsin on September 21st after this bye week. Go blue in comments, because you win that game, baby, the whole narrative on this season and this team changes going forward. So give me a go blue below in the comments. All right, we got a 3-pack of big Michigan football rumors coming out of this bye week. Some call it an improvement week. Better hope it's an improvement week if you're the Michigan football team, especially Josh Gass and the offense. Was told from a source on Tuesday that, Harbaugh was so fired up after the game. He had the team in there early Sunday, earlier than normal, and was putting them through a big-time practice, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Not sure exactly which day. Didn't go into the details. Don't have a name on this one. And it's a tough one to kind of project without knowing a little more details. But the rumors out there, 2 Harbaugh heads on this one, that there has been another injury. My source may call it a significant injury, but it would not give me a name. So I just want to bring this one to the forefront. You guys know every show, every week on Twitter, every time I talk about injuries, knock on some wood here, but I've pretty much got the best track record in the business. I'm not like that bum Sam Webb putting out pictures of John Runyon Jr. 5 minutes before the game saying he's going to play. 2 minutes later, he's not playing. We know 4 projected starters: Donovan Peoples-Jones, John Runyon Jr., Michael Drumfor, and Andrew Stuber. Some say he could have, maybe lost that job, that right tackle position, to Jalen Mayfield, even without the injury. But 4 projected or possible starters have missed the first 2 weeks. We know Shea Patterson has been playing at 60 to 70% health. So if there's another injury, as you saw my source said, he doesn't know the name, but if he wouldn't have heard about it, it wasn't significant. Now, that happened a few days ago at this point. Maybe it was something just short term. Maybe somebody, tweaked something, got a cramp, whatever it is. So I'm going to keep on this one. But don't be surprised if you hear a player that was not previously injured come out and miss potentially a game down the line. So hard practice, maybe too hard, could have potentially led to another injury. I'm going to keep on top of this one, so make sure you follow me across all of the social media platforms that we use here at the Michigan Football Report. All right, guys, we told you we had to get to 5,000 likes by August 31st. Didn't happen. It's big-time shame on the show. Nevertheless, you guys came through. We said we got, 250 comments in the one video last week and a half ago. You guys came through like 700 comments, so we did it. We're back. Now, every show until we get to 5,000, I'm getting challenges from the bean counters here at Chat Sports. So need us to get to 250 likes on this single video here on YouTube. If you're watching on the podcast app, go to YouTube and like it, please. Tell your friends to like it. Because if we don't hit this goal this week, at a weekly goal, 250 likes. So scroll up, just hit that like button. Don't let the haters and the losers, the people that would like to bottle up the information, the truth about Michigan football that we give here, that I dedicate myself to giving you guys, don't let them win by having our show shut down at one point. Give me a like on this video. That's all I'm going to ask from you guys this week. Give me a like on this one, 250 likes. All right, you saw the 2 Harbaugh heads on that one. That means it is 2 Harbaugh heads. People are talking. My source is talking. There's some chatter. Not a ton of information. If it's 0 Harbaugh heads, totally false. Fake news. Probably something Sam Webb tweeted out. And if we give it to 4 Harbaugh heads, that means it is F-A-C-K, fact, folks. That is how Jim Harbaugh spells it. That is how we spell it here at the Michigan Football Report. And we have, we're too close to the camera. I'm going to have to step back here. I'm not sure if you can get me here. I'm going to sit up on my things. We should have done the turnover chain prior to the show. Nevertheless, folks, the Michigan football no turnover chain is what I am rocking here. If you see this, it is a Michigan football helmet on a chain. Got to wear with sunglasses. You got to be pimping. I am giving one of these out to every offensive skill position player. You see it coming up on this photo here. Type chain if you want one. Maybe we can start sending these out to you folks. But nevertheless, any offensive skill position player, receiver, running back, quarterback, who touches the ball, not the center, and doesn't fumble, is going to get a no turnover chain. This is a motivating tactic, great motivator, to get the teams. You know these kids, these football players, they walk around with the Michigan football no turnover chain. They're going to have quite the Saturday night coming back from Madison, Wisconsin after that noon game. So, guys, football players, you're all watching this from Schembechler Hall, probably as a team right now. No fumbles versus Wisconsin. We are starting a trend, the no turnover chain, baby. I might just wear this the rest of the show. I'm going to toss this back on. This thing is sweet, and I'll tell you what, if I would have had this, they just shipped it to me. If I would have had this last week, I would have wore it to the game in Ann Arbor versus Army. All right, let's talk about the quarterback situation. So Shea Patterson, Dylan McCaffrey. You had all these people calling for Shea's head after the first week, and it's just tripled, quadrupled in calls for his head, calls for his job. Get Dylan McCaffrey in there after the fumble, the 2-fumble performance against Army, a team that you could only score 14 points in regulation. 3 Harbaugh heads on this one. Explain it to you a little deeper so everyone understands what's going on with the quarterback situation. I am convinced, talking to all my sources, that Jim Harbaugh was very worried after the bowl game that he could have potential multiple quarterback transfers in one offseason, right? And to avoid that happening, to protect Michigan against what's happened at other schools, Ohio State. They've got a great quarterback situation going on now. One injury away from playing a guy no one has ever heard of. Same with Clemson, same with Georgia. Multiple quarterbacks have transferred out there, going to other schools. Michigan, with a really nice room of quarterbacks going in the future, doesn't want that disease to infect the quarterback room. So put out the words about Dylan McCaffrey and Shea redefining what starter quarterback means. Having them both in the same field, playing them both every game, all this different stuff. But when it comes down to it, I think the fans have taken Dylan McCaffrey. The backup quarterback is always the most popular guy in the room, and they have just magnified that unlike anything I've ever seen, maybe going back to Drew Henson as a true freshman in 1998 when a young man named Tom Brady was making his first few starts and losing against Syracuse and Notre Dame in his first 2 games at Michigan. But I don't think Dylan McCaffrey, as of right now, puts Michigan in a position to win, as well as 60, 70, 80% health, Shea Patterson. And I'll tell you who agrees with me. The folks who agree with me are the decision makers on the coaching staff at Michigan, Ben McDaniels, Josh Gaddis, and Jim Harbaugh. If Dylan McCaffrey was an all-conference, I heard all the blog boys, the poorly rated WTK radio water carriers saying, oh, Dylan McCaffrey, he'd start on 9, 10 Big Ten teams. He'd start on every team but Ohio State. All this different stuff. Well, Brandon Peters out there throwing for 4 touchdowns. Josh Jackson's looked phenomenal at Maryland. So if they're going to keep Shea in, not even give Dylan a series in the second quarter, in the third quarter, when the game's still a lot of time to be made up, I think you have your answer on where the gap is between Shea Patterson and Dylan McCaffrey. I believe it's an injury for Shea. I think he's going to get much more healthy before this Wisconsin game. And once we get 3-4 weeks out from that opener, you're going to see the quarterback many expected. You might start seeing a game or two where you see these stats in, maybe not the fumbles lost, hopefully, but these stats every game. I don't know if they're going to throw 58 times in a single game, but I'm hoping that you get 400 yards passing games, at least 300-yard passing games out of Shea Patterson once his body can turn to make all the throws. Everyone said, Yoder, you know what you're talking about after we told you abdominal injury. Well, finally, 2 weeks later, our competitor's acting like it's news when Michigan officially announces it. We don't wait for the official announcements. We just give you the actual truth, the actual facts, and that's why you guys are watching, because you respect the truth-telling here at the Michigan Football Report. I'm going to tell you some more truth, folks. Our partner, My TV Choice, download it now. It's reimagined how we watch live sports on TV. We got a great lineup coming up for you this weekend, college football and the NFL. You download it now on your iPhone only for now. You connect it to your home Wi-Fi. Boom. You wipe your hands of it, your viewing experience increases. You're watching a game. Here's the slate coming up right here. You got Pitt, Penn State, Ohio State, Notre Dame. A lot of teams that Michigan's going to play this year. Penn State, Ohio State, Notre Dame. You watch those games. The second the game goes to commercial break, My TV Choice skips, takes you away from the commercials, pops up some video footage from Chat Sports and others. Great sports videos during the commercial break. The game comes back on. My TV Choice takes you right back to the game. You don't miss a second of the action. And certainly, you might want to see myself and the colleagues here at Chat Sports giving you awesome sports updates instead of those boring Allstate and Boost Mobile commercials. So download it now, chatsports.com/mytv. DM me. I'm going to give some people some shout-outs here in a few weeks. We're lagging behind our friends here at Chat Sports, so make sure Michigan is showing up. We want to make sure Michigan game is covered against Wisconsin. So don't let me down here. My TV choice, chatsports.com/mytv. All right. Tarik Black is one of these guys that I think is a phenomenal player. I do think injuries have potentially stunted what could be his long-term growth. He's a very he's kind of one of these cryptic tweeters, cryptic Instagram guys. But he was not cryptic with this statement to the media this week. He basically said, once the offense starts clicking, it's going to be crazy. 2 Harbaugh heads on this one. He said it, of course. I'm giving the people who are talking whether it's actually true, because I'm not sure outside of injuries. I know I might be flip-flopping a little bit here, but not much creativity outside of maybe the middle part of the first half against Middle Tennessee State. So Tarik Black talked to the media, and here's the quote from Black on the offense. I think we may go way, way up from here. If you watch the film, there's a lot of plays we definitely can make going forward. You guys will see. Trust me, you'll see. And there's the quote there, that this offense is going to be crazy. Okay, what he means by that, if you're trying to understand, what does he mean by crazy? He means it's going to be in Ohio State, say Alabama last year with Tua, Clemson, and Oklahoma, a team that can score at will, can put up 50, 60 points, can put up 600, 700 yards of offense against any competition. But I have seen nothing outside of a couple passes, one of them underthrown in the Middle Tennessee State game. The stats prove the point, folks. You saw Michigan's statistical ranks to the nation against 2 of their worst, these are the 2 cupcake games. I know Army was good last year. I know, they might win 8, 9, 10 games this year again, but these are 2 of the worst teams on the schedule, folks, and Michigan's offense is brutal so far statistically. Let's just take a glance. Last year versus this year. First 2 games. Last year, 379. This year, 396. Oh, we're better on offense this year, James. What are you talking about? Well, you might remember that first game was at an undefeated Notre Dame team. They were undefeated in the playoffs. Passing, 196, 226. Great, except for Michigan threw for 200 yards in the first half and have thrown for, 200-some in the next 2 games, or 1.5 games combined. Rushing, down from last year. Points about even, 1-1 versus 2-0. So the statistics are near the same, and you might say, well, that's a good thing, right? Well, last year had Notre Dame on the road with old school Jim Harbaugh, Pep Hamilton offense, Shea Patterson's first game. This is senior Shea making his 14th and his 15th start at Michigan. His, 25th start in college football, 10 in the SEC, 15 now in the Big Ten. And you're going against Army, Middle Tennessee State, and you've got basically the same stats as last year. Speed and space, a lot to me seems like same stats as last year against worse competition, and this year we're at home instead of going on the road against an undefeated team. So that is the word on the offense going crazy. I've got some questions, and this is the biggest one of them. That's why we got this bad boy. This is what we got to stop, okay? I want to ship a box of these. I'm going to ship one to you, Tarik Black. I'm going to ship one to Ben Van Sumeren. I'm going to ship one to Shea Patterson. I know he's not going to fumble again. The turnover chain, we're making it happen because this has got to change. Michigan is one of a handful of teams with even 4 lost fumbles, and they're the only one with 5. You got Michigan, UCLA, Nebraska. What are the headlines on those teams? UCLA, program's going downhill, going to fire their coach after a season and 2 games. Nebraska, oh my gosh, Scott Frost is terrible. They're losing games to Colorado, Virginia Tech, whatever. And then Colorado State, Louisiana Lafayette, Kent. That's not Kentucky, right? That's Kent, the Kent State University, the little tiny school in Ohio. So this is the kind of ball protection that Michigan has this far this year. So we need the turnover chain. Shout out me on that one. But if the offense is going to go crazy, they've got to stop putting the ball on the AstroTurf there at the field turf there at Michigan Stadium and other places. So grade Josh Gaddis's offense after 2 games. I asked this question, in the post-game grade show. I asked this question on Michigan Monday Rumors, one of the 2. Nevertheless, I'm still sitting at a D-. I don't care if the numbers are comparable to last year. If there wasn't a substantial increase in not only stats but also creativity, Gas was going to get a lot of hate. More talking from Tarik Black with not much production from the team right now. I think they should kind of pipe down, win at Wisconsin, and then wear the turnover change to the next press conference after that win. ABC, D or F for Josh Gas. I'm giving him a D-. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the Michigan Football Report. It's a bye week, so you've got 4 hours to do nothing but watch Michigan football content from the Michigan Football Report. Got a video for you right here, and come on, just hit the subscribe button already. Let me stop asking for it every show. Get us to 5,000. Hit subscribe. Go Blue.